the data right now. We're back.
Are we live?
We're back. Yeah.
Oh, is it back on?
Yeah. We're
Oh,
back.
shit.
Get your outfit back on,
This
Ned.
is such BS. I'm so sorry, you guys. Literally, I run an entire. This is like a TV show. This is like full production,
I'm getting so ready.
like full production that we're doing on our own.
Yeah, fuck you, Mickey.
So like this is some difficult stuff. It's not these, and so these issues happen a lot. And do you know what? Like, and we're not fully equipped for it, but screw it. This was a wake up call to our. It will be resolved. No problem. Put that away. What are you doing? Oh my gosh! All right, let's get back to business. Oh wait, what the fucking thing? All right, welcome to. All right,
Where did you get that bit? What was the most recent horror movie you saw that scared you in any sort of way of how you define being scared? And then what was that specific reason? Or how were you scared?
Dude, honestly, I feel like I'm like very vulnerable to just being scared to horror movies, dude. Like, I feel like any horror movie would kind of scare me.
I haven't seen any, dude. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, you haven't seen any?
recently. Honestly, just recently though.
What's the last one that you've seen?
Look, I gotta say, I had
Wow.
re-seen I've seen it a bunch of times, but re-seen The Exorcist, and then it was like the fucking Pazuzu's face when it's just like all dark black, and then it's like fucking that greenish, ghoulish, grayish, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck.
Let's look it up.
That thing could just pop out of the darkness from anywhere.
Yeah, that'd freak anybody out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, oh, look. You'd be like, no, fuck.
Okay, what's it under? Exorcist 3.
The third one?
Is it? Which
No,
Exorcist?
Just the first one.
Oh, okay.
The first one.
Yeah.
Exorcist Pazuzu.
Sorry.
Right.
All right. JB, quit making.
Oh, there you go. That's the face right
The
there.
first
Yeah,
one?
right there.
Look at that. It's fucking terrifying, dude.
All right, check this out.
It's scary.
Oh shoot, hold on, let me remap.
Like if you were in your fucking house and you wanted to go to the kitchen real quick,
And then you see that.
fucking faces in the darkness, dude.
Turn the volume down. Is this all part of it or what?
Also, rewatching the movie, dude, I forgot.
Oh wait, no, this isn't even the scene.
I'd forgotten how just kind of sad the movie is too, as well.
Oh, yeah.
The young priest's journey is like.
Are any of these actual videos?
That was like his first exorcism, wasn't
Isn't
Because later on, he's like,
oh, that's why he gets the old guy. The
Yeah.
old guy is the experienced guy.
None of these are. Where's the scene? Oh, there you go. All right, this is the scene or what?
Is this copyright infringement?
Is this the scene or not?
I don't know, bro. Sheesh, dude. Sometimes
You said you just saw it.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I don't into things.
Do you think this is it?
It could be.
Wait, when did you see it? You said you just saw. Oh, I thought that was it. Whoops. What the hell is going on?
I don't know. It's somewhere in the movie. You know, I just needed the image. That's all I was fucking talking about.
yeah, dude.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
We got the image. What the fuck is this shit?
Well, this is the only thing we could find, you asshole. Some guy
Just
talking about
forget it. The people already saw the face that I was talking about.
face of Pazuzu.
There you go. Look at his face.
That's the demon.
This better be the scene. Was this part of it or what?
Look, this isn't one of the other Exorcist
Oh,
movies. I mean, it could be one of the other
That's
Exorcists.
it. That's screw
Look, his
it.
face is about to pop out.
Screw it. Okay, that's what his face looks like. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Total waste of time. All right, you were saying that you're watching Pazuzu.
Yeah,
No,
I was just saying that.
Exorcist.
I was saying that, and then also there's like a scene in Hereditary towards the end where like it all starts falling apart. There's that fucking naked smiling guy that's like in the darkness, like he's like half covered in, and it's like, That shit's just weird. I don't know. Something shit that's like partially in the darkness and then out the darkness. There's something about that.
What's the name of the guy?
For him,
Just put Hereditary smiling naked guy.
for him, Ed, everything was going according to plan.
Though his dick is out, so I don't know if YouTube has it. Maybe it does.
Oh shoot! Wait, hold on.
This one was good, dude. This one was probably like up there as like one of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, of the past, like since post 2000, I would say definitely.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
I know there's a lot of hype for it too, but I mean, it's really well worth the hype. It's fucking. If you've never seen it, truly shocking ass fucking movie. I mean, as far as
Micky's probably
Hereditary?
never seen it.
I've never seen it. No.
It's
oh, look,
pretty
there
good.
he is. There's the smiling dude.
He's right there in the corner, right?
No, he's just right there. Fuck that dude! Oh my gosh,
Oh, he is smiling, and that's such a like humble smile too.
creepy smile.
Yeah. What is he here?
Oh, this his mom was like in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
You've never seen that movie?
Hereditary, no.
Dude, you should fucking
Oh,
watch
do yourself a
it.
favor.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh.
I watched it with my brothers.
Oh, nice. You gonna watch it with a girl?
No.
Oh, nice. Good.
Dude, this is when you don't watch it with your girl.
Why not?
Did you see the guy?
It's a very fucked up movie.
Nah, it's pretty good. Y'all should watch it
All right.
Together.
together. Yeah, y'all should watch it together.
All right. Well, since we're running behind time, I think we should just get to all the Halloween stuff, which we have.
Wait, no. You were gonna go through. Just go through your stuff.
No, I feel like it's gonna take too long. I'd rather
What do you
hold off for it.
mean?
We're delayed so much. No, we're not gonna argue on things. I made a decision, and there it is.
Whoa. That's
We're
why
not
it's
gonna-
the Mickey G
Yeah,
podcast.
We're not gonna argue.
Right.
It's true. We need there needs to be a decision made, and I made.
I
it.
figured most of your shit would be spooky related today. It's the goddamn Halloween episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of death videos, and
Shootings.
no, not even. If anything, I really just took all of these hot topics and I tried to make them spooky.
Oh.
Like,
oh, yeah. There was death involved.
Yeah, like Jada Smith is the scary ex-wife,
She is.
/ ghoul.
She is.
Yeah, and then
She does kind of look, she's looking more like the ghouls from Fallout.
yeah, and then Bigfoot being the mythical creature, and then this dentist hiring a hitman. That's pretty spooky.
Is it?
And
like,
then
does science like even support like mythical creatures even being something? Like we know most things that exist, right? We have a pretty fair grasp on it. And then we know why they look the way they look. It's always based off of like environment, the environment shapes ultimately. But it's like, then how do those things come about? So that's why what creates even more doubt that they exist. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, like I was watching this documentary on mermaids, and they were saying that if there was mermaids, that it's so unfunctional that they would have a human body, that they would look more like like a seal, you know what I mean, like something that actually is in the water. They would need blubber. You don't need some type of large amount.
it wouldn't
of,
make sense to have a torso of a person.
Exactly. It would be very like their skin would shrivel up. There's
Yeah.
no way.
I could have sworn it was like
From all the seawater too.
were mermaids just like the pirates that would just get so delusional from being out in the sea that like those manatees just kind of look like.
And they would eat them.
Yeah, but they would also have shacks with them.
I'm pretty sure that. Yeah.
And so you're so all crazy that the animal just looks like a female or whatever. I don't know.
Probably. It's singing.
From
singing-
scurvy and stuff.
It's singing sounds like a woman.
Well, so really all the mermaids are just seals that a bunch of pirates had sex with. Is that what you're saying?
And then they.
I think there's something to that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How interesting.
That's like the dark truth
Yeah.
behind mermaids.
It's just,
Well, that's interesting.
I don't know.
We learn something new every day.
Was that like a conspiracy theory?
No, I think
It's real.
it might be real.
Is that what you're willing to die on right now? All right, so let's go ahead and start off by playing a game. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did last time. We're gonna text that number that I gave you guys. It's a random number.
Did you?
Yeah, no. Priscilla, you're gonna text Priscilla the answers, okay? The choices or the answers that you gave. This game is we're going to assign each other either a serial killer or a Halloween villain. Yeah, and so we're at the end of it. We're all gonna guess who we chose. So I would make a guess, or I think JB is most like this either serial killer or Halloween villain, or I think that Edward is like this serial killer or Halloween villain. So each of us are gonna send Priscilla those two entries.
Right now?
Don't put the same thing, JB. Don't put if you put the same thing, I'm not gonna say it.
Why?
JB came up with the game and like an idiot, he told me his answer
All right,
as he
you
was
gotta
coming up with
change
the
it
game.
up, sir.
So you better not say the same thing,
Okay.
damn it. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my stuff. This is what I have to deal with. I run an entire show. Not only do I have horrible
You're
a
losing
horrible
it, dude.
system running it.
You're losing it, dude.
I'm just gonna use this to vent. JB is the worst co-host ever. Oh my gosh.
It can't be. That's a lie. That's false.
I think you are.
Well, I think you're the worst
All right.
main host.
Oh, okay, let me think.
We need a computer.
All right.
Dude, this would be a good time to mention the GoFundMe.
Yeah, if anybody wants to donate to our GoFundMe for our PC, that's something we really need. All right. Dude, that's the only bad thing about doing these games is that I have a hard time speaking while I'm coming up with
That's
my
fine.
answers.
I can speak while you come up with your answer, sir. All right, guys. So this is the cow on the couch with a movie review. Martin Scorsese's newest flick, Killers of the Flower Moon, that just came out recently. Do yourselves a favor. If you got 3.5 hours to spare, go on down to the cinema and check it out. Amazing movie. It looks good. It feels good. In fact, it doesn't feel good. You feel quite terrible throughout the whole movie. It's a very shitty story that happened to people, and I guess it's just a history we have to live with. But you know what? It's done very well. The acting's top notch. And cinematography's looking amazing.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Killers of the Flower Moon. Go check it out
that's
when you get the
right.
chance. And when you
what
got
is it
4
about?
hours to spare.
What is it about?
So essentially, in a nutshell, it was just about how, like, the turn of the century, it's like a contained story of like how this like wealthy, rich white dude slowly started like forming a relationship with like Indian tribes, and then would get in positions where like through marriage and through just kind of like ownership that way that they would be able to then like get property and everything that the Indians like owned. So, and really the movie is just a bunch of white dudes that are like marrying Indian women, and then the Indian people end up dying in these circumstantial way, which it's all just like murder for the most part. And then it turns out, after we got out the movie, they go through quite a few deaths, but even when we came out, looked
Wait,
it
don't
up.
give anything away.
I won't say if there's anyone
Oh, okay.
specifically who dies, but the story is it's based on a true story. And it was like, they ended up coming out, it was like about close to 60 or so Indians that died before like, even like the United States had gone involved, which is eventually they sent FBI agents to like figure out what was going on. And
What the fuck?
really, it was just a big racket for like bunch of these white people to like just scoop up as much fucking shit as possible that the Indians owned. Crazy.
Wow. What do you think about that, JB? Your people did that.
My people.
Your people did that.
Oh, I was like a cop.
All right. First All right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
First entry, Jack the Ripper.
It's a good movie though.
Jack the Ripper. I don't know. Just a good joke. He can't keep his cool.
You.
All right, I think Jamie said that about Eddie.
Damn, that's your guess?
Yeah, that's my guess.
I think Eddie said that about you.
Now I really think that you said that about Eddie because no. Okay. Yeah, you said that about Eddie. What do you think?
I think that Micky said that about JB.
I'm like almost positive that that was one of JB's answers. Because right when I looked at him, he couldn't stop smiling. Suck at lying, dude. All right. I
And
suck
is
at
that a
lying
bad
too,
thing?
honestly.
That's why I don't
You
put
think
me
I said that about Eddie? Or you think Eddie said that about me?
you.
Okay. Okay. I thought you said that about Eddie. You thought Eddie said that about me. You thought JB said that about me?
Yeah.
Or which one?
That you said that about JB.
All right. This is funny. This is hilarious. All right. All right. You guessed that JB said that about me. I guessed that JB said that about Eddie. And JB guessed that Eddie said that about me. So two of you think that it was said about me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you the answer for this one. And it's ridiculous. And I'm actually kind of pissed off. Here's the answer. It's coming in, but I'm pissed off already. Okay. Okay. Here's the hilarious thing about it. Both of you gave that answer.
Oh, nice.
Both of you gave that answer about each other. You said that about Eddie, and Eddie said that about you.
Damn. Hey, there you go. Jack the
We're
Ripper.
both Jack the Rippers.
Yeah.
You guys are, what the hell?
I don't know.
Wait, explain. How's Eddie and Jack the Ripper?
He's notorious.
There you go.
Notorious
Dude,
Eddie.
Eddie of these people we could have named were notorious. How the hell? You have to get more.
But he was
in-depth-
never caught.
Okay.
There
That's
you
why
go.
he's Jack the Ripper. He
All right.
doesn't even have a name.
All right. So
Yeah.
he's smart.
Yeah.
All right. Really? Is that why you chose? Because Eddie's smart?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like-
Why'd you choose that about
JB, because like Jack the Ripper would like swoon these whores and like give them a night to remember. Little did they
Before.
know it was the night they would never escape. Ooh. And I just figured JB would enjoy the company and also like to bang the hookers or whores.
And then finish.
And
them
then after that, you would have this morbid curiosity of like, okay, how would they look from if I would rip them open?
Damn. That's probably what exactly went down.
But like more, JB would do it more on like a scientifical curiosity sort of thing, as opposed to just carnage.
No, just be honest. It's because JB's a pervert. He would do it more from the perverted, like, wants to look at women naked.
No, because I was
point of
gonna
view.
choose JB for Hannibal, because kind of Hannibal has that sort of like, there's a sexualness to it as well.
Yeah, he's a perv.
like playing with your food almost kind of thing.
yeah. There you go.
Wow, that's disgusting, JB. All right. Well, Edward gave more of an in-depth answer than you did. All right, next. What the heck? I thought they were already given. All right. All right. I'm not going to say it.
What?
Jeffrey Dahmer. JB said that about me.
Micky said
Eddie's-
that about JB.
Eddie said that about you. That's my guess.
All right. We'll see who it was. Here's the thing. All right, who did you think that JB said that about me?
Yeah. No, you said that about JB.
I said that about JB.
Yeah.
And you guessed that Eddie said that about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guessed that you said that about me.
Yeah.
JB was the one who came up with this game. And He was like, "Oh, guess who would be what serial killer? Oh, you would be Jeffrey Dahmer."
So he already gave it away.
This is what I'm so pissed off about. I just got the answer. You said that about me. You freaking
Oh yeah.
I am so pissed off. I am nothing like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Got him.
And you didn't know that. You didn't know that he said that about me.
Bro, this one you kind of look like the motherfucker, dude.
Random people, not connected.
You got that Dahmer Evan Peters
Pointed
look, bro.
you to Jeffrey Dahmer,
Dude, JB said that without you knowing that he. And that's because JB. Look, here's what's so creepy about this that, like, I'm so pissed off I give off the Jeffrey Dahmer look.
Yeah.
Was it the glasses?
Oh.
But no, here's what's so messed up is JB was like, "Oh, we'll do like, oh, who's the serial killer?"
Oh man.
And he was like, "You're Jeffrey Dahmer." And so I got pissed that he told me his answer. But I opened it up to name either serial killers or Halloween villains. So you had a wider array of people to choose.
Yeah.
And you still chose Jeffrey Dahmer for me.
Yeah.
Not knowing that JB already. That's
He
sick.
doesn't like this at all.
That's sick.
Oh man.
All right, Norman Bates.
No,
All right, JB didn't smile, so it wasn't JB.
But you didn't get the last one right either, and you thought it was me.
I know that.
Well, because that was your answer. I didn't even look at your smile.
You told me not to put the same answer.
All right, Eddie.
I know Norman Bates for sure is Mickey saying that about one of us.
Make it a you.
Why do you think that?
Because you just explained that you wanted to get a little bit more creative than just serial killers. So you went with like not only just a horror villain, but you went with like the name of a fucking horror villain, Norman Bates.
It's okay.
Too specific. It's too specific.
All right, you're right.
I'm
right.
sorry.
All right, who did I say that about?
I
About
feel like
me.
you said that about JB.
No, you have to make a decision, JB.
About me.
All right, what do you think?
About JB, and you went off the thing of him being a perv.
Same thing.
That would have been a good one, but no, I actually said it about Edward. Just,
Dang.
What?
know.
What?
I don't know, because Norman Bates like a. Oh, he's like he's a perv. I think you're a little pervy.
What the fuck?
I think JB's not.
Pervy
JB's not
enough?
a peeping perv. He's more of a just watch a lot of
Oh, okay.
perv. But I think you're kind
I'm
of
not a creep?
I think you'd be more of a creep. Yeah. Yeah, and plus,
What the fuck, man?
You're more of a creep.
and he's not an aggressive.
You don't know that.
Well, I guess he's an aggressive killer.
They
I
did
don't
the
know.
shot-for-shot remake with Vince Vaughn as,
Oh.
Yeah, you're the Vince Vaughn Norman Bates.
and for some reason,
Dude, you're Vince Vaughn.
even though the movie is a shot-for-shot remake of the Hitchcock movie, they included like a scene where Vince Vaughn's like masturbating through
Specifically.
through the people,
Specifically.
and they even got like the FAP sound in there. You're like, okay, we get it.
That's awesome. What's wrong with that?
Just to add to the.
You just watch the movie and you're like, all right, I'm listening and
Like
watching this dude jerk off.
you didn't need to watch and hear that,
Yeah.
but they made you. They made you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Have you noticed more shows have been pushing the envelope
Yeah.
with
Oh, yeah.
penis?
Yeah.
Just
Dongs hanging.
just dongs, or like shows that are just showing dude jacking off their cock.
Yeah, for reference. Oh wait, shit. All right. For reference, right now we're playing the assign each other a serial killer / Halloween villain game.
Hey,
Yeah. So
dongs.
have you noticed that?
More dongs.
Have you noticed the TV shows have been showing more dongs?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that's just for reference.
All right, next.
All right. Next. All right. Who the hell? The Blob. All right. It wasn't Edward.
I know. We already did both of mine.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my bad.
You about me? That wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No.
All right, it was me.
About JB. Why is JB the blob?
Because JV is utterly useless. That's why. If I were to
I'll
assign
take
him,
it. I'm the blob.
if I were to assign him to a serial killer, it would be the most useless serial
The
killer
Blob.
ever.
Hey, the blob got shit done.
The one that's a mindless
Dude,
idiot.
I think you're just angry.
Oh my!
You're just directing
Because you're Dahmer.
towards me.
I
think
just feel
that's
like
what-
Mickey would have an obsession with your kill where you would eat it. Or him or her.
like the first, like cannibalism.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, that's.
But like a mixture of sex and cannibalism.
Oh, so that's why you chose Jeffrey Dahmer, because I would be the one that would eat the person I'd kill.
No, you'd also have sex with a dead body. So.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot, man.
That too, specifically.
All right, next, Ted Bundy. There's only one left, right?
There's only one left.
Yeah, it's JB about Mickey. The worst people. Bundy and Dahmer.
Bundy though, for sure.
I think
because-
Jamie's just so dumb. He can only think of two serial killers: Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy.
No, dude, Bundy would pick up chicks too, dude. Like in a weird
Oh,
way.
because I pick up chicks all the time.
No, you would do that though. That'd be like, he's definitely that pervert.
Zamir Bundy has one of those more like, I really fucking don't like the way this guy looks.
Yeah, dude. He's a murderer, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's that.
Mickey
but-
kind of has that.
He's
you
wide
know?
eyed.
No, he just kind of looks like that grumpy fucking person that you either work with or is your neighbor, and you're like, you never enjoy a single interaction with them ever. It's just, fuck.
He does look a little smug, right?
Yeah.
Slightly a smug look.
That too. Like he's angry, but he's also fucking full of himself too as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that was the
That was the game that I came up with.
that was the game that JB came up with. Give it up.
Good job, Katie.
Let's play the one that Mickey came up with.
I didn't come up with any game.
No, the one that you found on the internet.
Oh yeah. No. Well, first, just for chicks and giggles, now that we're done playing that game,
Long crime.
hold on, let me see if I can find. All right, screw that. All right. Okay. How about we all, just for shits and giggles, we all name our favorite horror movie. Starting with Ed.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Dude.
My bad.
It's hard because I'd rather give a.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, there you go.
Wait,
gotta
is
be
that
my
your favorite?
The remake or the original?
No, the OG one.
The
'Cause
one with
I
that,
saw that one in theaters.
that one with that dude that naturally looked fucking weird as fuck.
When he's sitting on the couch or whatever, and he walks into the house, and he's just like.
That dude was like an actual. He looked that way. He wasn't even like prosthetic.
But that was from the radiation.
Yeah.
Isn't the original one like really old or no?
early 80s,
look it up.
late 70s.
That's why JB didn't see that in theaters.
Yeah, it did.
Do you know it was Wes Craven?
Oh, not the okay. So if the original one's in the 80s, and then no, I saw the remake then.
Oh yeah, okay,
why
yeah.
I
There
knew
was a
what
remake.
you're talking
They
about.
remade it.
yeah.
Yeah, the remake kind of does like a Dawn of the Dead sort of remake thing, where it just kind of the movie feels a lot more ferociously faster. In its carnage
I just remember that part where they set the dad on fire just so that way they can get everybody
to get out,
away from the van, and
and then
those dudes raped the chick inside the.
yeah.
Wow, JB on a live stream just said the word rape.
It
There you
happened
go.
in the movie.
Did you know that that's like
Oh,
banned
that's
in
bad?
YouTube?
No,
Yeah, if
now
you get caught saying that word on YouTube,
you
you'll
just
get,
got
you get
us
taken
pulled
down.
off of YouTube.
Yeah.
My bad, you too.
Dude, YouTube is so strict, dude. There's a lot of stuff you can't say. Like, just like, okay, that
You
word
can't censor me though.
is a legitimate word that happens in the world.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing,
You
What-
can't say PORN as well, right?
I don't know.
But if I say it in Spanish,
I've heard people avoid saying it, but I don't know if that's why.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. Like, YouTube's getting way too strict.
Self execution, but that right, that one as well.
Yeah.
That word too.
Yeah, you can't say that as well. Yeah.
the S word.
Scaputitide.
Oh yeah, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Might as well just say it. We got kicked off already, anyways.
No, they didn't catch the they didn't catch the what you said earlier. So
They probably did.
we're flying on the radar here.
Yeah, not that bad.
Can't stop me.
Look, I got a better prompt question than the horror movie. Favorite horror movie of all time. It's a loaded question. But could you think of a time in a horror movie that you would love to forget to experience again?
Oh,
Because it was just so like, holy shit, that was such a fucking oh my gosh moment.
I'm not into like horror movies. This is what I was going to start off with. Is that like I'm not really into horror movies at all. But when I saw The Barbarian, I really enjoyed that little twist in the middle of the movie, like to where it changed storylines. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah.
And so you know, watching back, I'd enjoy that again.
Yeah, fresh.
Yeah.
I wish we could Eternal Sunshine for movies because those first times you experience certain things are just so amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing, but at the same time, like I don't want to forget. It's gonna be like
Forget
the first
just
time.
to read. Yeah, how would you know?
It's gonna be like
You
the
wouldn't
first
even
time.
know.
It wouldn't make a difference.
It would be as magical as the first time. You just
But
get
how
to,
would you know?
But then there wouldn't be.
you
a
wouldn't
difference.
know, but you would just experience it again.
Nah, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of not knowing.
Not
something.
knowing that you
not knowing that you didn't. know.
you didn't know.
I think that would be way worse.
That sounds like Mickey's hell.
I think that would overweigh me enjoying anything for the first time.
Yeah.
I
Like
would.
you would not choose that.
That would kill me to not know something that I didn't know. Yeah,
Damn.
that would eat me up inside.
That's understandable.
Hurry up and answer the question, JB. Which movie? Right now, we're answering which horror movie would
Would I like to
Would you love to relive?
we love to relive? Yeah, for the first time.
The part in Silent Hill whenever that chick didn't make it to the church.
There's a movie.
And so
Are you talking about the video
fucking
game?
rips her
he
skin off.
grabs her and just grabs her by the skin and just fucking rips it off.
Pretty goddamn raw.
There's a movie of
Yeah,
Silent Hill.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Also, when Sybil Bennett gets fucking roasted,
Yeah, to steak.
it's pretty fucked up raw scene too.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. I
that's
guess,
like probably one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
Eddie, yours.
Yeah, I'd actually been thinking about this recently about how, and it was like a move. It was also a moment that to experience with the theater as well, like seeing it in a movie theater, was when watching the movie Get Out, Jordan Peele's movie.
Oh yeah.
And so many scenes in that movie that I can make this example of. But the scene that the entire audience was dead ass, like on the edge of seat and completely almost for a second was gutted. It's the very end, and they're the final little duel between the main dude,
The whites
and
and
his
the blacks.
chick, the whites and the blacks. It's coming down to that, and they basically crawl to each other, and he's like choking the shit out of her, and she's like starts smiling and stuff like that. All that, whatever. That's all spooky and whatnot. But then it's like the literal fucking moment, and I fucking was so. It was such a powerfully awesome moment. Was the moment you see the red and blue lights come over the scene. I swear to you, the entire movie theater let out a gasp. Let out like the
Yeah.
because we all fucking knew what was gonna happen. Like, and it was right. It was that movie came out when 2017 when it really felt like that was kind of a time period that the race war really felt like it
Trayvon
was,
Martin, Michael Brown.
exactly. So you're just like, oh my gosh, Jordan Peele put this in this movie, and this motherfucker's about to get shot. There's no way around it. He's covered in blood, and then she's like reaching out, like, help me, and you're like, oh, this is fucking done. This is how the movie ends, like, and then it's the friend. So
Yeah.
it's awesome. But oh my gosh, just that moment, it was so anxiety filled, and everyone, I felt it. The entire theater felt it. We lost hope in that moment. It felt like it was the conscience of like how you felt hopeless in that time period. You felt hopeless, all this violence that was happening.
I remember. I think he originally was going to go with that ending.
Yeah, like where they would.
That's where he was going to go to jail. He was going to go to jail.
Yeah, he would have went to jail.
He was going to get arrested and go to jail, and he would have to live the rest of his life in prison because he murdered this entire white family.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Do you know? And that's what. Ever since I saw this old TED Talk with J.J. Abrams, and he was talking about his obsession with mystery in movies. Like all of his films are about mystery.
Right.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
And Lost. All of these films, and he was giving Jaws as an example of like when people think of Jaws, they think of that scene like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
But when he thinks of Jaws, and he showed a scene of when the main character is at the dinner table with his son, and his son starts mimicking everything that he does, and then he asks his son for a kiss. It's a very like wholesome, sweet moment. And he was trying to say that like the movie isn't about the shark. The movie is about a guy who's like trying to find his like identity, a sense of importance within his community, within his family, all this stuff. And so like that's what the movie's about. And the shark's a part of that story. It like moves it, it's the catalyst that kind of moves the story around. Mm-hmm. But like that's why like all of the sequels weren't successful, because it ripped off the wrong thing. Like you ripped off the shark, but the movie wasn't about the shark.
Yeah.
And like I've been so romanticized with like these common stories that we all like, that human beings like just identify with. And recently we watched Insidious, and I haven't seen part 2, but I saw part 1.
Part 2 is kind of bad.
I saw part 1, and like I think the reason why it was like such a like a well-received movie, because if you really listen to the dialogue, it's so like simple and like pretty much like very, it's very like not cheesy, but kind of just like it's very straightforward, like typical, like the
I think I'm catching a motif here with Mickey, which is it's another movie about a guy who's trying to keep it all together.
Well, like think about it, like the Insidious. What's it about? You think it's about like this demon that's inhabiting, and it starts off with the wife. That the wife is like, she's in between jobs, all this stuff, blah blah blah. But then like what happens is this kid goes into a coma and they don't know what it is, and so like it turns out that it's actually about the father. That this kid like it's about feeling helpless as a parent. Mm-hmm. That like what's going on with your child, like you can't help but feel hopeless, like there's no hope. And like what happened is what the kid's actually going through isn't a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. And not only is it a spiritual thing, but it's the father's fault. It's his, like, it's almost like the sins of your father that get brought down to the child, mm-hmm. that now the child has to deal with because of what the father passed down. Like what the kid is dealing with, it's because the father had it and he passed it down to his child. So now his child is lost. His child is lost in the abyss. And so now the father, who also dealt with that, the only way that he could save his child is by going into the abyss and finding his child and bringing him back.
He loves this idea.
Oh, I love it. And then not only that, but he has, in the end, he ends up sacrificing himself.
He has to.
Because he gets lost. He gets taken by at the end of it, he gets taken by the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though like on the surface, it's so like cheesy, and thank you, Jerry, for the compliment on my costume. Even though like the dialogue is so cheesy, like it's such a beautiful, simple, like symbolic story of like what parents go through. You know what I mean? Like parents and what they have to go through to be there for their child. Beautiful story.
No, yeah. Well, really well broken down.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want to hear my...
I can't remember what part 2 is about. That's like almost like
the movie made enough money that after that, it don't matter, baby.
No, because I think in that one, there's actually a scene where I remember or was it the first one? No, it's probably the first one.
where they're showing the videos of like the past kids murdering their families?
No.
No?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, James.
What movie is that?
What the hell?
Yeah, like he goes into the attic and he finds like a box and there's like movies.
No, you're either thinking
a
about
different
another movie or
Yeah.
or maybe it was in the sequel. I don't know. But that did not
Maybe
happen.
it was in the sequel.
Insidious.
Yeah. Sequel, yeah, because they go back to a house. I don't know.
Jimmy's trying to remember.
Yeah.
Those.
No, but
He's
like, because
dude.
I remember in that movie, because there's like, he finds the box and then he finds all this old film. So he starts watching the film.
Isn't that Sinister?
I think it is Sinister.
Jimmy, you're thinking of another one horror movie.
Oh man,
You jackass. What the hell's your problem?
I will say Ethan Hawke was pretty rad in The Black Phone.
Yeah, you're telling me about that.
I really did
Black
I did
Phone.
like that movie too. It was pretty cool.
Any symbolism?
No, but I was not like, because sometimes I get really annoyed with like some of the just the roles they put to not just characters, but the character's race as well. And it just feels like in that movie,
We're going through our favorite scary movies, ladies and gentlemen.
that movie, it was clearly going to be about the white kid, but it's like there's this Mexican kid that like the first time you see him is beating up the fuck out of just some other kid.
Yeah.
And then now this white kid, you follow him into this restroom, and then these three other kids come in to bully him, and then the Mexican kid comes in, he's like washing the blood off his knuckles. He's like, "Y'all see me beat the fuck out of that kid, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he just turns, and he's smart enough to gather what was about to happen. And he's like, "Y'all touch this motherfucker right here, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you guys too as well, right?" He gives that kind of speech, right? And they're like, fuck, let's go. They take off. And then he turns around and he's telling the white kid, like, "Hey, I got you. Don't worry about that." And then, of course, then he's just like, "Oh, and you still gonna help me tutor for that test coming up?" It's like, "Oh, okay." It couldn't have been enough that you gave us like the character that was like the badass character. You had to give it with a caveat that he's the dumb character that needs the tutoring of the white character. So
Yeah,
I was like, we almost had it.
That's enough depth.
We almost had it, man. But okay, we'll take fucking badass kick-ass and with the side dish of dumb.
You can help me with that test.
Yeah, you're gonna help me with that tutoring after all. No, deadass. That's
tutoring.
that's literally how it is. And he's like, "Yeah, I got you." So that's how their relationship works. Is that it's making sure that the Mexican kid passes stuff. And
Oh, dude, I love.
He just knows Spanish. Yeah, it's all in English.
Dude, I love the the only anime that I watched, not only like all throughout, but I watched it again was
Death Note.
Death Note.
Yeah.
Death Note, and
God.
it's
Your gun fell out, dude.
pick your gun up,
Dude,
dude.
it's fucking making me uncomfortable, bro.
But oh yeah, like when they made the Netflix movie, it was so, like the main character Light was supposed to be intelligent. He was supposed to be highly intelligent. The movie they made him stupid. The only insinuation
No,
that
the
they
movie
made
sucked.
that he was smart was that in the beginning he did other people's homework. That's it. The rest of the film, he's dumb. Like he couldn't be any dumber in the way he
did
handles
do that in
everything.
the manga, though.
Hey, dude, the smart people were the ones that would let the other people copy off their homework.
What was so beautiful about Death Note was, and
Mickey
I'm
would
telling you,
copy off people's homework. He wasn't the person who'd provide the answers.
didn't you do an entire PowerPoint presentation for somebody in high school, but you misspelled their name? So when they did their PowerPoint presentation, they pointed out, "Hey, how did you misspell your own name?"
Hey, dude, say you take what I give you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey, it's your fault for not checking it. Like, double checking.
See, that was the beauty of when I slacked off my final couple years of high school and I just started taking regular courses. I was like, I had it fucking together and two together for those type of classes where with those classes, they really slow things down. And so I was obviously like the fucking one with the high grades and like the gangsters, they would want to, hey, can you help out? Stuff like that. And I think that's how I got, kind of favor with a good chunk of them was like, "Yeah, I got you, man. Just
Yeah, Eddie's cool.
copy off this."
The gangsters.
The thug.
Yeah,
I feel like
dude.
that was everybody in high school.
Yeah, it was a good.
Nah,
It was a
that
good chunk of
wasn't
people.
everybody. That was
There was a lot of people.
Like maybe
You
30%.
just didn't hang out with them, JB.
I
That's it.
didn't. I knew who they were.
I just-
but-
They
I
were
just-
all my neighbors.
I just never minded, passing
Dude.
that knowledge along.
make you
Passing that knowledge. All you did, you just gave them answers. You
Hey.
were passing out any knowledge.
I was getting them through, bro.
yeah.
I want my
Pass.
people to succeed.
pass.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wanted to
to graduate.
I wanted to refresh that. Hey, we're naming our favorite scary movies, but obviously we're not
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that right now.
The Thing.
The
The thing.
My answer in a nutshell.
The thing.
Death Note is another like story motif from Dr. Faustus, the good angel and the bad angel.
Dr. Fauci?
Did they ever?
Fausty.
You son of. Did they ever make you read Dr. Faustus?
No, dude.
I don't
what
know.
the fuck
It's
you're
a
talking
very famous.
Oh, psychologist.
No, you all are idiots. Or not you, but Jamie, you're the blob.
about. Put a cap in that motherfucker, dude.
Blob with the gun.
Wait, so Dr. Faustus
Dr.
is the
Faust-
classic tale of the good angel and bad angel.
Yeah, that was the origin of the good angel and bad. What it was it was a guy who had everything. He was incredibly smart, incredibly wealthy, incredibly had status, and he felt like he accomplished everything in the world. And so he felt like, what is there? What else is there to achieve? So he starts doing black magic, and he does a deal with the demon to get all of these like superpowers. I don't know, like all of these powers, so that he could live, I think like 100 years or 1,000. I don't know what it is, but he trades his soul for powers for a certain amount of time. And
Classic.
and he ends up like as smart as he is, as cunning as he is, and all this stuff. He ends up using his powers just for useless reasons, and so he gives his life for nothing.
The old monkey paw.
And that's exactly how Death Note is too, where it's this kid who has everything, and it's so beautiful because at the beginning he says that life is just boring, and at the end when he ends up losing his life, spoiler alert.
Damn, dude. Spoiler
sorry.
alert.
Oh wait, shit!
Spoilers, dude.
Spoiler alert.
Fuck.
He says that, I'm not a bad person. I was just bored. And all of this stuff that he went through, all of the death,
Aren't we all?
all of the betrayal, all of this stuff, it was all just because he was bored. It's a horrible tale.
Yeah, sometimes you just
Beautifully
want to
told.
feel something.
Exactly. Oh, shit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was supposed to be on the...
I think it's like, you think about back then
What do you mean back then?
when we didn't have guns. when everything,
That's for honor.
when everything was met with like a sword,
Yeah, how back then are you talking about?
Yeah.
like way back then,
1700s?
maybe even more. Like,
Oh, shit.
you know what I mean? Like people were
When we
getting
just had
out.
clubs?
People were not even just at clubs. People were just walking out to go have wars. Like
Yeah.
that was
That's
like,
what people were doing back then? They were just walking out to... have
yeah,
wars?
dude. Like you met somebody with a sword, like they weren't from the same clan, like, and boom.
They would just kill each other.
One person's living, one person's
Nah.
dying.
JB, two
Or
people
kill each
that
other?
walked next to each other with the sword didn't just kill each other.
What's going on?
She's bringing me a beer. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
technical difficulties.
Are you okay, JB? What's your problem?
What's your problem?
What's going on?
I will say I just recently saw Army of Darkness and had excuse me. I had completely forgotten how fucking loony and like wacky the movie is. Sometimes maybe even down to its own fault of like, okay, this is a little too silly.
Yeah.
But I imagine I very much imagine they weren't trying to take themselves seriously in the movie. But you do feel like there are moments where it could have leaned a little more serious to emphasize like some cool shit, but it's still it's Ash at his most Ash in that movie. By then he's really developed that character, so he's just like that was like it's fun with that movie because you can see it like that's what Bruce Campbell in his head was like, I am the action fucking star,
Yeah.
when it's cool quips, looking cool, tough, the ladies man. It's a fun one for the most
I
part.
haven't seen it. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I haven't seen. But I was gonna say
Spoilers.
that. I remember seeing the ads for the video game, and the video game looked fun.
Oh yeah, I think Joe had the video game.
Yeah, it looked like very slapstick, kind of,
Yeah.
And it was very similar. His commentary in that video game was very similar to like the Spider-Man commentary. It was very
Oh, dude.
cheeky. Yeah.
People fucking don't realize that like those PS2 Spider-Man games that were released like with the movies had fucking Bruce Campbell like very involved in the video games, like
Yeah.
with the tutorials. Bruce Campbell would narrate your tutorials. Like, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and he was fun too. He was a really fun guy. Yeah, I don't know if you had an input on the dialogue or what, but it seemed like it. The writing was very, very good.
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Well, you gotta imagine that those first three movies are Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi had that relationship because he did the Evil Dead trilogy.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was like, I imagine by the time they got to Spider-Man, and he's like, "Hey, Bruce, I'll get you into some shit over here, pull you on this side." He was just letting Bruce Campbell just do his thing.
Yeah. Since Evil Dead, they were always friends.
Yeah. And also, full circle is Sam Raimi, who ends up doing the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And guess who makes a cameo in the movie? Bruce Campbell as the hot dog vendor.
Oh damn, I don't remember that. But yeah. Dude, and that one was really, a lot of people are getting like, oh man, I'm telling you, dude, I get so much flack from other like Christians because that's supposed to be like a
Fuck you.
Do that again, Edward.
No, dude, don't turn off my cam.
No,
Do
I
it
was gonna
again
put the
then.
camera on you while you're doing that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm telling you, dude, I get so much flack from other Christians because that's why this was supposed
For
to be one
watching
of the-
Doctor Strange?
dude, from everything. Everything. What I'm doing right now, I'm taking part in a demonic spirit right now as we speak.
You're demonic Woody.
And do you know what?
Halloween?
Dude, that's why I'm so bummed. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
yeah.
You didn't know that Halloween is an invitation
It's
for
evil.
evil spirits to come into your home and into your soul and into your children's soul as well? You didn't know that, Edward.
Did you not know that?
What are you done?
In what's it called? In the rehearsal, when the chick starts going off of Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's
You
true.
know what Halloween is? It's a demonic. That's basically that whole spiel you just did right now.
Exactly, dude. And that's why, like,
And he's
It's-
just like, but we're just wearing costumes.
it's Halloween. It's what else was I
All
gonna say
Hallows
before that?
Eve, dude. That's
All Saints Day. It's the eve of All Saints Day. What happened? And this is why
Dead spirits.
I'm so bummed out. I was supposed to go on a whole thing, like going through the history of Halloween and
What
all
the
that
heck,
stuff.
dude?
No,
Why don't
maybe
you
I,
start-
maybe I still can. Okay, here we go. This is why Christians are so afraid of Halloween, because there's all of this misinformation out there that Halloween is based on Samhain. Because it's called Samhain, they think that's where
What's-
Halloween came from.
was Halloween.
Samhain is Samhain. It's a it's like an Irish like old holiday that they believed that there are some sources that that show that it was like that they would do the celebration or they would somehow do a celebration of like dead spirits, evil spirits, all this stuff, whatever. That's not the origin of Samhain. We have very little information about the origin of Samhain. We don't even know. It was somewhere around November because it wasn't based on our calendar right now. It was based off of like the lunar calendar. So there's no date for Samhain. It wasn't based off of evil spirits. It was more than likely just like every other holiday, like an agricultural holiday. But like, here's the truth. This is where Halloween came from. So listen up, you bunch of idiots. Okay. Oh, sorry, my bad.
just insulted your audience.
No, not my audience. I mean the people. Okay, I'm sorry.
The Halloween deniers.
The
same-
Halloween deniers,
The
exactly.
same way he talks to me, he talks to everybody.
The same people who believe that the earth is flat. Here, I'm talking to you, okay? Look, Halloween began, Halloween's like a melting pot. It was a mixture of like, okay, so people celebrated All Saints Day. People celebrated November 2nd, All Souls Day. And there's actually a huge influence of All Hallows Eve, Halloween. That's where Halloween came from. That's what it means. Saints Eve, the eve of All Saints Day. That's where Halloween came from. So it was like a mixture of like, it's All Saints Day, but it's almost like Memorial Day. Like it's a remembrance of all the saints who were martyrs, who died, who got killed because of their faith. And so because of that, there was a mix of like, we're celebrating the saints that died. And through that, it also like really where it started from was there was kids who created, who caused a lot of trouble. They did a lot of damage on All Saints Day. And some people think that it actually got mixed in with, what was it called? Guy Fawkes Day? Like people who came over from England or Britain, I don't know, whatever.
The V for Vendetta mask.
Yeah, they celebrated Guy Fawkes Day. And so it was just about creating chaos. And so it got too crazy to the point where their way of remedying it was like, hey, if you don't cause all this chaos, we'll give you treats. And then like capitalism joined on it to where like, hey, if you dress up, you know what I mean? Like we'll give you a treat if you do this, And so like it was just
damn capitalism.
That's why I love it so much. It's a capitalist holiday. It's a melting pot holiday. This holiday is a manifestation of people from totally different beliefs, totally different morals, totally different like compasses in life. And they found a way to mix together and do something special. You know what I mean?
At least for one day.
So that's what Halloween is. You know what I mean? It was like a bunch of people who caused chaos and other people who didn't want chaos, and they found a way to make it work. And it turned into a beautiful thing. And do you know what? We think of Halloween as, scary this, scary costumes, that scary It wasn't a scary holiday. What it was that like movies like Halloween, like the ongoing like trying to make it a like Hollywood trying to make it a scary thing made it a scary thing. Like it turned into like more of a morbid kind of thing. Same thing with clowns. You know what I mean? Clowns were never scary. They were supposed to be a kid's thing. And because of Hollywood, it slowly turned into like, a scary thing. So no, Halloween isn't inviting,
Spirits.
evil spirits into your house, all this stuff. It's a capitalist holiday that allowed all these people in this beautiful country to live together in harmony. Praise God. Thank you all so much.
Do you agree with this?
Whether you agree with it or not, that's the facts.
First Halloween was awesome.
You're going to hell.
Holy shit.
Just kidding.
Oh.
You celebrate Halloween.
That's what a lot of people believe. But that's why, dude, like I have to deal with a lot of, and dude, I don't say that in a mean way because like, think about it. Like, let's say if every relationship you guys develop with the new friend, with the new like romantic partner, there's a certain, it's a give, you know what I mean? Like there's certain parts of yourself that you have to give up so that you both can,
Come to a mutual
live in
understanding.
harmony. You know what I mean? And so Halloween is such a beautiful manifestation of the human complex, like the human experiment. Like that's what we have to do.
Well, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. And that, and that's what the church is too, where like, as much as I'm complaining, I'm saying all these bad things, all this stuff, like, we all need to learn how to live with each other. And so, yeah,
Okay, cool.
there you go. I'm trying to turn that around.
Just trying to backpedal a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay, Micky.
So that's
Trying to
it.
backpedal from me criticizing all Christians to be like, no, actually,
Okay, and that's all
There-
we got, folks. We'll meet you here next week for the Mickey G podcast.
The reason why I love Halloween is the same reason why I love being around other Christians is because we can disagree and figure this out together.
Yeah, Halloween's fun.
Sweater, what are you dressed up as?
Hey, I'm the cow on the couch. Hey, how's it going? The OG Halloween was awesome. It's still to this. There's been no other Halloween that's like been able to kind of
Come close.
just capture really what they were, that the whole essence of what Michael was, which was like, at the end of the day, it was just kind of like your personal fear is really what it was. And that's why I liked with the first Halloween, they had a lot of those scenes where like he was just like standing in broad daylight, and then like she would like kind of do one of those like double takes, and then he was like gone, and it was like, yeah, he's just a manifestation of your fear is really kind of what it is ultimately. That's why he's in the shadows for the most part. That's why he's there and he's not.
He's there when you're like when your back is turned and you're almost not like thinking about it. But he's still there, right? Like in your mind, he's not really there, but he's still there. I think that's what it was, right? It was a movie about all what they couldn't, because it involved the daughter, right? And then the mom. So it was like all this family that was involved, but then he's also not a part of the family, right? Like, but then it's just getting over that. Like, how do you get past that fear?
You kill all of them.
No, he kills all of them, but it's like mostly the people. Like, how do they overcome that fear? How do they, like they no matter what they do, they can't. Like, he's that unstoppable force. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what.
He was just supposed to be the shape of fear.
Right.
The shape of fear.
That you can't stop. That's unstoppable.
I haven't seen Halloween 1.
No.
Oh my
haven't seen
gosh.
I say Halloween 1. I haven't seen any of the Halloweens. I think the only one I've seen was the Rob Zombie
Also,
remake.
I think the first
Oh, he was a
Halloween,
kid?
the first Halloween's the only one that has him driving a car.
Really?
Yeah, he's like driving around and shit.
What?
Like not like you never actually see him in a mask driving around. It doesn't get that silly.
But the distance that he covers.
But there's like scenes where he's just like he pulls up to the school. He's like, and he's kind of like watching Lori from like that. And you know, it's him. It's like it's supposed to be like a POV. Like you're him. And
That's insane. I had no idea.
Yeah, it has that. That's what
I
I'm
gotta
saying.
check
Like
it
a
out.
lot of things don't. I mean, similar to your fucking example of Jaws, where they're like, we took a lot of that away. We took a lot of the glooming presence.
Yeah.
Of like
And also the humanity. Like, he's...
exactly.
Well, he could drive. He was capable. He knew he
That's-
wasn't
yeah.
completely stupid. Like, he wasn't completely.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when they rebooted it, they were kind of like, okay, it's a guy. It's, at the end of the day,
He's
it's
just
still
a dumb, mean machine. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, there was some cognitive. There was.
I'll check it out.
some-
Maybe afterwards, me and Priscilla will watch it tonight.
It was good, dude.
Oh, you got to run through the classics. They're
Yeah.
classics for a reason.
Yeah, I
They're
haven't-
great.
I haven't seen. Like I said, I'm not really into scary movies.
Like
the
the
Rob
first,
Zombie ones were my favorite.
the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
People like it. The series just got so silly that they forget how fucking amazing the first one is.
That's what I do. I truly believe, and I'm not trying to be like over the top, like, cheesy about stuff like that, but I truly believe all of these, like, I've been talking to Priscilla about this. I believe that all of these, like, stories that we identify with, like, they're like, you know what I mean? Like, they're things that are within us. You know what I mean? Like, things that we identify with it for a reason, the
Yeah,
same
for
reason
sure.
why most stories are like, okay, there's this hero that was born poor, and then he fights a dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? Like all these stories we identify with, like the underdog, and I don't know.
Well,
Same,
the
same thing
best-
with horror movies.
The absolute best horror movies were always taking a small part of your everyday life and creating like horror in that. So where it's like with Jaws was just like the fear of like what's under the water, what you can't see, the fear of the unknown, right? The fear of being in an open space and
No land.
Yeah, succumbing to the environment,
Yeah.
right? And Nightmare on Elm Street was literally, I mean,
Sleeping, nightmares.
the whole thing, yeah, your nightmare and like not being able to come out of your nightmare.
See, but everybody goes to sleep. Like, everybody.
That's why everybody goes to sleep.
Everybody wants to go to sleep
Jaws,
comfortably.
everybody goes to the beach. Everybody goes in water, right?
Yeah.
that's where like they really capitalize on like, let's take that everyday thing. That's where I felt there was a small percentage of that, or there was, I felt like it was a good percentage of that Nope from Jordan Peele got
I haven't seen it.
where I felt like it got really right was that its idea of UFOs are like that they're in the clouds. And so, and
They are the clouds.
they travel from like cloud to cloud too. It's just they're using the clouds to like kind of hide. And that movie very much, you get out of that movie and you just like, you know, you're gonna second look at a cloud the same way that Jaws is like you're gonna second guess that getting in the ocean.
So I didn't even
It's not
think
gonna
of
stop you from living your life, but it's just gonna be in the back of your head. Whereas like Freddy Krueger will always like, okay, I'm kind of scared to go to sleep tonight, you know, sort of thing. It's like all these things that you have to encounter in life, and they exploit that.
Everyone has nightmares, but they always feel like, you know, your nightmares can't hurt you. You know what I mean? Like you can always wake up out of it.
up.
But in this
scenario,
world,
you don't.
Yeah.
no, that you don't. They can actually kill you.
I know.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Scariest scene in the whole movie, honestly, is I think it's the first death, is the couple that are like making love, and then the girl gets attacked, and that's when she starts kind of flying on the walls and shit.
I think I've seen. I really don't
We're
remember.
talking about the original one.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah.
I've seen
What's
it.
really
I don't
great,
remember. much
what's
of
really
it.
great in that scene is the horror of that she's getting mutilated and murdered, but it's also the horror and like the guy's in the room and he's like having
seen
to
it.
witness it all, and like you're like, fuck, I've grown more fonder of enjoying horror movies when I legit put like the shoes on of the character, cause like, okay, how is he truly experiencing that horror? And it's like they were literally just like living a normal life, you know, about to get the thing on, or just being a couple in general. And for like your spouse to just start flying on the walls.
Imagine if that happened with you and Stace, and she's
yeah,
on the wall.
and you would just be that guy, just like in the corner of you wouldn't run away, or I mean, you wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know what to do.
Would you run away or
But
not?
to
Evan?
watch, but just sit there in horror and watch and be just helpless.
You would scream and cry.
Anybody would. Anybody would.
Now we know JB would scream and cry. You wuss. I would get mad. Stop.
Stop. Leave her alone.
I'm going to kick your ass.
It's already too late.
Because I'm tough.
Oh,
I get
dude.
angry when I'm confused.
This goes back to you would not die. You do not die tough.
All right. We're hitting an hour. I'll end on this. I always, you think that you would die like peacefully. If I ever die in a car accident, just know, like, I already know exactly my reaction because I've been in a car accident and I've seen my reaction. But literally, my last words are, ah! That was my like reaction when I got hit. When I was in a car accident. Ah!
Make sure that doesn't.
Those are my last words.
Make sure those aren't your last words.
No, those are gonna be my. Those are my. I couldn't. You can't control what happened. You can't control
that's what
it.
we were talking about. Like, you have to control it. Like, you have to know. Like, this is that moment.
They hit behind me.
This
They hit behind me. So there was no. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm trying to think of the last time if you're tying that as what it would be the last words.
Yeah.
The last time that I like experienced something where I just completely was not in control.
Yeah.
I think I just say the word no. I try to deny it, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just like no.
Oh wow. I got hit so hard that that was my body. Like what happened was I just like I had no control over. It wasn't.
You were by yourself.
I didn't decide to say.
You had a small orgasm, dude.
I think it actually hit the wind out of my mouth, out of my chest.
Yeah.
Like it was just a natural.
Don't ever do that again.
Whatever. JB's last words are gonna be like,
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
he's gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. I guess it
I'll
depends.
do whatever.
His last words are gonna be ow.
I don't want to die.
I'm God killer.
Oh damn.
All right.
20
All right.
shots.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We enjoyed having you as much as you enjoyed having us. This was such a hard one.
It wasn't pretty.
But like every year, we will persist. Thank you for joining us so much, Eddie Skunks.
Thank
Give
you
it
so
up.
much. I hope you guys know that this episode was the one to make Micky get a PC finally. He said, let's hold him to that standard, or let's hold him to that, guys.
That's the most beautiful part about it, is that through all the bad things, we grow the most. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Hoorah.
Bye.